is why Sharia should be condemned. Sharia, in its literal application, demands you to turn off your compassion, altruism, and humanity. This brutal system is not just against you or me or some sort of an ideological standpoint, but it is anti-nature. Nature, in the form of evolution, has put feelings like altruism and compassion in us, and Sharia can be.
Yeah, evolution has put feelings like altruism and compassion in us. Granted, is evolution, according to your own understanding of evolution. Okay, I don't accept evolution. I reject this atheistic delusion con game of Darwinian evolution, and I've talked about it and written about it in the past. But on your acceptance of evolution, and this is what evolutionary psychologists will say, and neurobiologists, and all of these studies show that human beings are also patriarchal. Human beings, women are also hypergamous. That women naturally don't want equality. Women don't naturally want to be on the same level as their spouse. They want to be dependent on a stronger male. Okay, evolutionary biology tells us that humans organize themselves into these hierarchical relationships on a communal level based on kinship and family. These are all things that evolutionary biology, which you're appealing to now, tell us. It's not just altruism. It's not just compassion. Even things like respect for authority. Okay, this is what is called a moral foundation by Jonathan Haidt and others who are in moral psychology. Jonathan Haidt, read his book, The Righteous Mind, and he lays out the 5 moral foundations that he proposes. Others propose other moral foundations. But he says that, okay, altruism, compassion, these are just 2 out of 5 or more moral foundations. There's also respect for authority. There's also in-group tribalism. That's also something that is inbuilt in us evolutionarily, according to Haidt, who's an atheist, by the way. And then also purity, concern for purity and cleanliness, what is sacred, disgust with what is taboo, disgust with what is filthy. This is a very important moral foundation. Islam acknowledges these moral foundations, the entire spectrum of moral foundations. Belief in God, forgot the most important thing. Belief in God, in one supreme creator, belief in the afterlife. These are all natural. These are all evolutionarily based according to the atheist evolutionists. But we can say as Muslims that this is how God has created us, with these kinds of instincts and intuitions and natural behaviors. Allah has created us with all of this, and that's what humanity is, and it's in totality. And Islam the Sharia respects all of these aspects. But atheism says, no, all we care about is a small sliver of the pie. Only altruism, only compassion. And I refer to this in the debate as the balance question, because the atheist human rights obsession with what they call compassion, it's not really compassion, it's a bastardization of compassion and altruism. But even if it is compassion, real compassion and altruism, and we can see that, it's still a small sliver of the entire moral pie, the moral psychology that all humans from an early age are born with. And if you're interested in learning more about moral psychology, look at my video that we did on Muslim Skeptic called The Genius of Islam. Genius of Islam, episode 2 goes into all of this in moral psychology. It cites Jonathan Haidt and others, and it's a critique of atheism on that basis, on that level. So check that out.